Biggest one. This is something I wish I had figured out earlier, because honestly, ever since I figured this out, my hair has been like growing amazingly fast. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited to be filming this video because this was super requested. Before we start, this is not clickbait, it's not an ad, this is like an actual way to grow your hair really fast. This is especially useful for those of you that dye your hair, bleach your hair, but definitely useful for everyone else trying to grow their hair as well. So without any further ado, we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna give you guys a little background story. I used to have really long hair. With traveling and just not taking proper care of it, I pretty much ruined it. I cut it quite short, and I'm gonna leave you guys photos. I cut it quite short, and then I was in Iceland and like my hair was feeling okay, like it wasn't great, but it was definitely like getting there. And I was in Iceland and we decided to go swimming in like these volcanic hot springs, and it like killed my hair. It felt as if it was like burnt. And so when I came back home, I cut it like this short. Again, I'll show you guys photos. And so that's when I was like, all right, like I need to start taking better care of my hair. I wanted to grow, but I also wanted to be really healthy. So this is gonna be like 3 or 4 tips. I'm gonna leave the best tip till last, so make sure you keep watching. And now I'm just gonna get into it with hair care products. So first of all, people ask me really often, how do you keep your hair from going yellow? How do you keep it so white? And that is 2 things. 1, it's a good hairdresser. Please do not dye your hair, especially when you're at home by yourself, with a friend. I've been there, I've done that. Like there is no way that you're gonna, like it's gotta be a miracle if you are using like grocery store products, dyeing it at home, and then your hair is healthy. Like that is almost mission impossible. I know a few people that are sort of doing it. Still, I believe if they went to a good hairdresser, they would have even better hair. So don't try and save money on that, and just like find a person you really trust. I have been going to the same hairdresser for about 6 years now, and like don't like anyone else, and she just really makes my hair priority. So that's one thing. Secondly, whether you like it or not, you're gonna get that tint of yellow at some point. So this is the silver shampoo I use. I'm gonna link it for you guys. It's the KADUS professional blonde and silver shampoo. The reason I like this is because it's like very purple, super intense. So you only need the tiniest bit to make sure that like your hair never gets yellow. Plus, I only use it like wherever I've recently dyed it, so like roots, because it does dry out your hair. Most silver shampoos do. So I definitely don't ever use it, and I don't need to use it on my the tips of my hair. So and then after washing my hair, I'm going to show you 3 products that I like, that I've been using for a while. The first one is this. It's from Paris, no haircut cream. It's pretty good. I've been using it for about 6 months now. I feel like it works. Hopefully it does for you too. Now we've got ALTERNA, that's the name. This is from a brand called ALTERNA. It's the moisture leave-in Smoothing Gelee. I put this in right after getting out of the shower, washing my hair as well. And thirdly, this is from L'Oreal Paris again. It's the Sleek Serum, 24-hour frizz control and heat protection. So in case you're using heat, which, by the way, reminds me that using heat is a big part of the problem. I used to straighten my hair literally every single day. No wonder it was dead. Like, honestly, now I rarely ever use it. That's like if I really have to. But yeah, just try and steer clear of that, I guess. And now, I don't want this to be a rude video in any way, but I just thought I'd let you guys know. I bought this hair oil. It's from L'Oreal Paris. It's called Extraordinary Oil. I'm not even going to link it for you guys. And I bought this, and like, it's just not good. I feel like, and it says especially for like colored hair and blah blah. And the reason I think it's like not good is because I started reading the ingredients and I realized, and I don't know, maybe other hair oils have this as well, but it's got alcohol in it, which in my mind, correct me if I'm wrong, sort of like tends to dry things out rather than moisture them. So I feel like this is sort of like a tricky one. Like, it leaves you feeling like you've moisturized your hair for 1 second and then it just like dries it out double. So don't recommend buying this. Now, while we're on the subject of washing hair and hairdressers, here is tip number 2. It's sort of 2 things combined. 1, cut your hair really often. I used to never do it. I wanted my hair to be like long and nice, and like I was just obsessed with like hair length. And I used to never cut it. And then now I've been cutting my hair about like once every 6 or 7 weeks when I go to the hairdresser. If she feels like I don't need it, I still come home and I literally like trim it myself a little bit, just like a centimeter or something. And I feel like that is a huge, and I know they tell you this all the time, but I just never used to believe it. It's true. Cut your hair all the time. Number 2, do not wash your hair every day, every other day. I read this somewhere online and I started doing it. So now I wash my hair about once every 5 or 6 days. This is my hair. This is my 4th day without washing it. And it's going to be so hard at first. It's going to look all, you know, gross and greasy and stuff. So what I recommend doing is just like braids or like a sleek ponytail or something to survive it. Firstly, washing your hair dries it out, so it's going to be so much better for you if you do it less often. Secondly, what did I want to say? Secondly, oh god. Oh yeah, so once you've been doing it for a little while, you start noticing that your hair doesn't need to be washed as often. So a couple of years ago, or like a year ago, on day 4, my hair would have been like so gross. Now on day 4, I could probably go another 4 days and like no worries at all. Alright, so just quickly recapping, points number 1 and 2, cut your hair often, do not wash it as often as you maybe like, good hair care products, silver shampoo, and a good hairdresser that you trust. Now, it's only getting better. We are up to tip number 3, and this is a big one. Biotin. It is literally the key to healthy hair, nails, eyelashes, everything. I don't think there is really much of a difference in which kind of biotin you take. I'm going to leave a few of the ones I've tried out. I think it's more just the amount of milligrams of biotin that's actually in the capsules or whatever. As I said, I'll link a few for you guys, but I'm sure that if you just go to a pharmacy and you ask for some biotin, they will recommend something for you and it'll work just as well as anything I recommend. And now we are up to the last tip, I guess, and this is like the biggest one. This is something I wish I had figured out earlier, because honestly, ever since I figured this out, my hair has been like growing amazingly fast. And so I did tell you that in the space of a year I grew my hair by this much, but probably 6 months of it, or like even more, like 7 or 8 months of it, I grew my hair from like this to maybe this, and then all this has just happened in the past about 4 months. So here it is. As you can tell, I dye my hair. This is my natural root color. I haven't gone to the hairdresser in ages because I cancelled my appointment because of quarantine. But what you can't see is the fact that when I bring this up, oh god, okay, I actually need to do a bit more. This part right here, I don't dye it. So I dye it here, I dye it at the back so that you can't tell all the time, like any time that I, you know, put in a ponytail or something. But basically, I don't dye any of this. And this is what allows me to really like gain the length that I want, because first of all, this, I don't know, this is probably like a good, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, and I don't even know how long this is, but this is how much my hair has grown in the space of probably 4 months. And whoa, that's way too light. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so this is how much my hair has grown in the space of 4 months. And I don't think you can really even tell when my hair is out that it's not dyed there. But the plan is that I'm just going to let it grow out for a little while, and then I'm going to pop some highlights or something in there. But basically, this hair, because it's not getting dyed, is so healthy and it's growing so fast that this part is giving me the length, and now this part that I do dye all the time is much shorter. But it doesn't really matter, because even if, I don't know, didn't have this part at all, my hair would still look long. So that is like my #1 tip. I guess it works the best if you're bleaching your hair, because I don't really imagine that it would look great if you have light hair and you're dyeing it dark. But I guess maybe, I don't know, try that out at your own risk. But this is something that has honestly like changed the game for me, and I'm so happy, because like for the first time, because my hair used to be very long, as I said, but it was not as healthy as it is now. Like my hair is just not just like growing, it's like thriving. Like I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's like super healthy, thick, everything. Like I am so happy with my hair right now. So hopefully these 4 tips were helpful to you guys, and hopefully you can use them to grow your hair, get the hair of your dreams. And that is it from me. I would really appreciate it if you liked, if you subscribed to my channel and left some comments. Before I go, I'm gonna give you a little idea to sort of sit on. So I saw this, for those of you interested in hair care, I saw this ad for like a shampoo that makes a shampoo and a conditioner that makes your hair grow super fast, and I thought it might be so fun to try it out just for like 2 months and see if it actually makes the difference that it makes. And then all of you guys that are trying to grow your hair can sort of check in and see if it's maybe something you want to try. I'm gonna come right out and say it, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it would work, but I'm definitely contemplating ordering it just for like scientific purposes. So let me know if that's something you'd want to see, and then I'll consider it. Anyway, for now, have a good week, stay safe, stay home, bye.